Hey guys, what's going on? This is Travis P11, and today, thanks to these guys, SS Pawn and Stan over at SS Pawn in Lexington, Nebraska, I am able to bring you this. Okay, we've got a Ruger SR9c compact pistol. I'm going to give you all the details about this firearm. I won't be doing any disassembly on it. I mainly just want to show it off a little bit, and I'll be taking this to the range, giving a range report on it and an accuracy test, and so on. Anyway, let's go ahead and check and make sure that we are safe. We are. I just finished cleaning this firearm. I got it taken apart and did a disassembly on it, inspection, took it apart, and it's looking good. All right, so let's get through some of the details on this firearm. Okay, what do you need to know for starters? Prop it up a little bit so you can see. All right, so we're talking about the Ruger SR9c. First of all, Stan over at SS Pawn can get you one of these for roughly $426.79. If you go to galleryofguns.com and you punch in your zip code for Nebraska or for 68850, which is Lexington, you'll be able to get a price quote on that gun. Now, if you call Stan, he can also give you that price quote over the phone if you're out of state or if you live in a different part of Nebraska. And he'll definitely accommodate you with shipping that gun to your FFL so that you can take delivery of it. Anyway, about this gun, let's go through some of the basic vital statistics on it. It's the Ruger SR9c compact model KSR9c. It is semi-automatic. It is a 9mm. It does have a brushed stainless slide, which has got a really nice finish on it. There's some great machining on that. Serrations are nice and sharp. Okay, definitely good for getting grip. Let's see, what else do we know about it? It's a high-performance glass-filled nylon lower receiver, lower frame, whatever you want to call it. Polymer, right? It is fairly sturdy. It does feel solid in your hands. You do have a reversible back strap, which is kind of nice, which gives you a little bit more of a fill in your palm if you want to. Capacity is 10 plus 1, okay, with the magazine I currently have in it, or 17 plus 1 if you need some backup rounds. They're going to be there for you. Essentially, this is your Ruger SR9 magazine, more or less. I mean, it's basically the exact same size as what you get when you go with the full-size frame. Two magazines are included. You've got a 3.4-inch barrel. Overall length is 6.85 ounces. And, I'm sorry, overall length is 6.85 inches, and your weight is 23.4 ounces. Let's see, it does have a loaded chamber indicator. It says loaded, loaded when up. Okay, you do have some sights that you can adjust for windage and elevation. They are dovetailed in there. Some nice high visibility 3-dot sights, which is cool. The front is also dovetailed in there for you. The sights are metal. They do feel very sturdy. Unfortunately, you would not be able to do a single-handed charge if you had to because of the angle of the sights. Let's see, what else we need to know. You do have I guess you could say standard compact pistol Picatinny rail up on the front. It's not like a 1919 style like you're going to see on an AR, but you do have one notch on here, and you could put an accessory on there like a laser or a light or a laser light combo. One thing about these guns, though, when it comes to compact pistols, you know, it's popular just to go on Amazon and order something, right? You want to make sure that what you're getting is not too long, because I've purchased them before, and they would only fit on a full-size gun. I didn't bother measuring because I thought, oh, you know, pistol light, it's going to fit, no big deal. For these more compact models, you're going to be a little more limited with what you can get, but a lot of companies that offer a full-size light also offer a compact-size light, too, that you can get for it. And it says that it does accept most full-size SR9 accessories and SR9 magazines, which really is a great thing about this gun. The fact is you've got different trigger packs you can buy for it. You've got a lot of accessories, different sights you can get for it. You do have, you know, the standard Picatinny on the front, like I just said. You can really get a nice grip on it. Now, I'm normally, you know, I'm right-handed when I shoot, but as you can see, I can get all three of my fingers on there. I'd say I have medium-sized hands, not too bad. You do have a safety on this side, mechanical safety or standard safety. Also has other safeties included in it too. Really, it's not bad. It's got a nice tight slide, real tight recoil spring to it. It does have steel guides underneath the slide in the front and polymer guides in the rear, so the bulk of the frame is running on steel on steel, which is really nice. The trigger itself, okay, again, it's, let's go this way over here. Nice and slow. It's just crisp, it's just going to break, and that's it. Okay, let's go ahead and release the slide. You're not supposed to dry fire it without the magazine, so that's why I don't want to. It's what the instruction manual says. So just a nice pull, and it just clicks and it gives. You can see the striker in the back here, and as you pull the trigger, it comes back a little bit, and it pops. Very crisp, very simple. I'm gonna rate that at, you know, I haven't even looked. I'm gonna guess 5.5 pounds, maybe 6. It's really not a hard trigger pull. Let's go ahead and take out your 10+1 magazine and put your 17 in there. Well, not your 10+1, your 10 round magazine, sorry. You can run 10+1. Now this is your 17 round magazine, which gives you even more grip. You can get a full two-handed purchase on the firearm. You've got some nice checkering in there, also molded into the plastic. It does fit your hand really well, whether you're righty or lefty. If you're lefty, you do have the Ambidextrous Safety and magazine release, which is really nice. Right here too, so if you want, you can release it. Do not have an ambi-slide release. I mean, you know, they should have just put that on there anyway. I mean, you've got one here, why not just put one on the other side? That's just my opinion. Takedown isn't that complicated for this. You simply lock the slide back. There's a little pin that you have to push down inside the receiver, and you pull out this pin from the side, and then after that you can pull back on the slide and slowly release, and it slides right off when you pull the trigger. So it's really not a big deal with this assembly. Overall fit and finish on this gun is just fabulous. I mean, it is got nice. I mean, all the components are nice and tight. There's not a lot of rough machining inside the slide. It's nice and polished inside. You do have a polished feed ramp, which is good. You do have kind of this brushed, I guess you could say stainless or frosted stainless, and then it's a polished barrel, which is really nice. Just lock it back for you, and you can see that. Very shiny. I mean, easy to clean up. It really was not that bad. Stan said that he shot this a little bit and that it did need a cleaning, and I did go through it. You do have an all-metal guide rod, which I am a big fan of. Not to rip on guns that don't have all-metal guide rods, but the one of the few guns that I did that did not have a metal guide rod was the Smith & Wesson SD9VE, which I love that gun, but it was just a jam-o-matic. I mean, it had a flimsy plastic guide rod. I can almost flex when I would squeeze it. I ended up having to buy a Galloway unit for that. So if you can get a gun that's got the all-metal guide rod in it with, obviously your spring, that's in my opinion, is definitely the way to go. I see this gun filling a few different roles. This would be a good, just kind of all around, okay? A compact, obviously, if you want to carry it. It would make a nice range gun because you got the 17 round capacity. It would make a good truck gun. They're not so expensive. I mean, they're a little pricey, but they're not so expensive that if something happened to it, it would sting, but it would not be as bad as, say, losing a $900 SIG or something along those lines. So it would be a good truck gun. You do have the shorter barrel, shorter frame overall than the SR9, especially when you've got that smaller grip in it. It's great because you can use it, almost as a full size at the range, and you can practice, quite a bit with it with that 17 round capacity. But at the same side, you can kick it down to 10 if you want to. With the weight, almost 24 ounces, it is a little thick. It is 1.27 inches thick, so it is going to be thicker than a few other compact handguns out there. I mean, it's got some heft to it. And now that's dry weight. That doesn't include if you throw 17 rounds in it, or 10 if you put the 10 round magazine in it. So, you've got a lot of options with a gun like this. It really does kind of remind me of my FN9C, with just the fact that you have the extension on the bottom with the full size mag, and then also the more compact magazine. And actually that gun came with 3 magazines, 2 with a pinky rest and then 1 without. And so these are great, flexible, all-around pistols. This one's been out for quite a while. I really haven't heard of any problems with it. Of course, I haven't really researched, but it's not one that stands out that I've heard that has a lot of issues. It might be something to check out. I can't recommend this gun just yet because I have not taken it to the range. But if you've been thinking about getting one, I can tell you the fit and finish and the overall build is nice. It's very nice. It feels like a high quality gun, like I've said before. I did own a Ruger SR9e, or I'm sorry, just a Ruger 9e. And that's kind of their value price model that Ruger came out with about 2 or 3 years ago. In fact, the first gun review I ever did on YouTube was back in 2014, if I'm not mistaken. Not that long ago, but there really were no other reviews out there for that gun other than just an introduction video from the Kentucky Gun Company showing that they had it in stock. And if this fires anything like that 9E, which I would imagine it does because the lower frame is very similar to the 9E, I think you'll be very happy with it. The 9E did have some issues with Perfecta ammo, which you might have if you fire that through this gun, if it uses the same striker mechanism and the same trigger pack and springs and so on. You might run into some issues with that ammo, but I mean, when it comes to Perfecta, I have no trouble with their 223 or their 45, or the 380, but the 9, for some reason, it's just finicky. In fact, one of the few times I ever had any jams with my Glock 17 was when I was running Perfecta through it, surprisingly. I mean, I don't know if it's just hard primers or what the deal is. But anyway, you know, I've never had problems running aluminum case through this, steel case, Federal bulk, Winchester wide box, your basic, you know, and hollow points have no issues either. Running through this either. Well, I mean, in my 9E it had no issues. So I would assume the same for this gun, although they're not exactly the same. They're very close. So yeah, Ruger SR9c, man, check it out. Again, I don't want this to turn into a commercial for SS Pawn, but I do want to give them a plug because they are a good store to go through. So give them a holler and, you know, maybe just see if you can get a good deal on one. Again, nice quality, heavy gun. Really reminds me of your P series, like your P89s or P93s, P95s. From Ruger. So yeah, definitely check one out. I'm looking forward to taking it to the range. Don't know when I'm going to go out just yet. I'll definitely get out this week at some point, maybe Monday. I'll run out there after I get off work and run a few rounds through it and do some test firing and see how the accuracy comes out. You know, you've got a slightly shorter barrel, so, you know, accuracy might be a little bit more of a chore, but should not be impossible. But anyway, there you go, guys. So the Ruger SR9c, right? If you get a chance, check it out, see what you think, and we'll go from there. So anyway, this is Travis P11. I hope you like this video. Please like or subscribe down below. And you can find me over on the Ordinary Average Guy Gun channel, as well as on Instagram and Twitter. I'm not on Facebook for obvious reasons, but anyway, yeah, have fun, be safe, guys. I'll be bringing you more of these little basic tabletop gun reviews soon. One thing about these, you may be able to find these in the used market for maybe $350, $375. But, you know, if you want to get one with a warranty, there's nothing wrong with going new. So anyway, give Stan a call and we'll go from there. So hey, there you go, guys. Ruger SR9c. All right, this is Travis P11. Have fun, be safe, and we will talk to you soon, and I'm out.